Alright, we've arrived at the Season 1 finale of Sliders. Very short season with only 9 episodes, or 10 if you count the pilot as 2. And the show's future was uncertain and it got close to cancellation, which of course wouldn't be the last time that happened. The portal dumps the team out in a back alley, though it's directly in the view of this street vendor, and there's absolutely no way he would miss the flashing lights with people popping out, so again, nobody cares about the sliders. Which was kind of the opposite of real life, as it was the fans of the show that got it brought back after Fox nearly made it a one-season wonder. The team run into Henry the dog, who Wade decides to keep, and believe it or not, is actually going to become one of the sliders. For this episode only, but still, it is an interdimensional dog. Looks like this is Fluffy Dogs, the next generation.
I've decided to keep a journal of our experiences.
Well, you just know that Wade's journal is not going to be something kept up with on the show, but you would think it would at least make it as a framing device for this entire episode, but nope, it vanishes after the first couple of minutes. Just feels like they decided they need to have some extra exposition delivered somehow and covered it with this Wade voiceover.
On this world, San Francisco feels like a small town. We've been here almost 18 hours and we haven't seen a single person who didn't look content.
I once stepped onto an Earth just this side of paradise, where there's no pollution, no crime or hate. People were happy.
So the lottery world that our team is on now is possibly the utopia world that Smug Quinn mentioned in the pilot movie. The idea of this world apparently was thought up because of his mention of a paradise-like world in the pilot. And of course, there's a twist that this paradise-like atmosphere was achieved through extreme population control. So either Smug Quinn didn't stick around long enough to uncover the dark truth on this world, or he's just an idiot. Which, hey, he kinda was with his last minute, I'll tell you the important details as I get sucked into the portal crap. Or maybe this wasn't the world he is on. Who cares, I guess.
Take a look at these prices.
9 cents for celery? Finally! Ooh, and 35 cents for apples? Let's buy a bunch and take them back to Meteor World and make a bundle!
What is this, 1950s world?
I don't think so.
Why? You've already been on 1960s World.
Wait a minute, I've lost my wallet.
Excuse me, sir. I think you dropped that.
What the hell is this? Basic human kindness? We get our first hint of this world's twist with a billboard. Sliders sure liked using billboards early on, didn't they?
No crime, no pollution or poverty, no racial strife.
Sounds perfect like matriarchy world, right, Wade? You'd also think that they supposedly know a lot about this world from statements like this, but the episode will go on to prove this quite incorrect.
Maybe it's because there's a lottery here that simply gives out money whenever you want it.
Oh boy, it's the lottery! The lottery!
Excuse me, sir. Is there a limit on this lottery?
Are you folks from out of state?
This is kind of a bizarre statement by this guy, as we'll learn that this entire world's population is dramatically lower than the real world, so I feel like this system has to go well beyond California.
According to this magazine, there's only 500 million people on this world.
Why, that's 10% of the population of our Earth.
So the lottery is just an ATM machine that gives you as much money as you ask for, but the larger the amount, the more likely you are to win.
Well, the sky's the limit. The more you take, the more chances you have to win.
It's obvious now that you somehow don't know how this works, but I'll leave out the most crucial info about what winning the lottery entails. Wade and Rembrandt, of course, are the two that assume there are absolutely no downsides despite the obvious ominous nature of how the system is set up.
Be very careful, Mr. Brown. We know nothing of this world.
Arturo's being the voice of reason, but what are you talking about knowing nothing of this world yet? According to Wade's voiceover, you've been here for 18 hours already! How do you still know nothing of this world?
We've been here almost 18 hours.
We know nothing of this world.
You landed and said, let's sleep in the alley and discover nothing! We find out they already have a hotel room too, so it's pretty much impossible for them not to have discovered the lower prices of everything before being amazed by celery and apples.
Rembrandt Brown, room 12 at the Motel 12. I'd like $5,000.
Wade Wells, room 12 at the Motel 12. I'd like $1,000.
You gotta admire those high rollers. May they rest in peace.
Okay, 1,000 and 5,000 aren't nothing, but you'd have to imagine with unlimited cash to ask for, people have to routinely press their luck much higher than that.
Could you tell us how to get a taxi?
Just take one of the public cars, son. There are 3 of them right over there.
There are just cars free for anyone's use, so you'd think taxis wouldn't even exist anymore. So why is the old man not wondering why Arturo even said that? But I guess no one on Lottery World really cares when people show up and seem to be completely alien to how society works here.
Come on, Henry.
Henry! Oh my God!
It doesn't even need a key.
Ooh, ahead of their time, I guess. The team does a lot of laughing and basking in how wonderful this world is for the obvious setup of the evil twist, and the professor shows Rembrandt how to fish for birds.
We're not trying to catch blue jays, Professor.
Isn't this place great?
Sort of.
If you like your run-of-the-mill paradises, I guess it's okay. It's no red means go and green means stop world, though. You really missed out on that one, Wade.
That's it. You're doing great. You're doing great.
With the portals constantly trying to take him out, Quinn eats falling off a horse for breakfast. You know, with a side of Wetties.
What are you looking at?
You.
I thought we weren't gonna do this.
No, I thought Fox said we weren't gonna do this. We should try to ignore them as hard as possible. So, yeah, apparently in between episodes, the relationship that never really was got called off. So, why is it even being brought up here again? Why, for Quinn to be jelly of a Wade boyfriend for the episode again, of course.
Beautiful countryside. It'd be a great place to raise kids.
And let them roam free in the woods, as nature intended.
Don't you just feel incredibly at home here?
Not really.
People are so nice.
Not really.
It'd be a great place to raise kids.
Not really.
I mean, wouldn't it be better to stay someplace that we know is good rather than get stuck somewhere terrible?
Not really.
I'm starting to think that we're never gonna get home.
Wade, if you think for 1 second that this show and all the characters within aren't gonna have a satisfactory conclusion, well, that's highly prophetic of you.
We should at least think about staying here.
We of course find out Wade is jumping the gun a bit on this world being perfect, but she does have a bit of a point. Like I said when they were on Oil Boom World, it might be better to stick to a world where you're well off and try to actually fix the timer, which is something they seem to have just completely forgotten about at this point. It should probably be any time there's a world that they aren't immediately thrown into doom, Quinn and Arturo should be like, okay, let's go science it up.
We can't throw everything away we've been working for on the basis of pretty scenery.
I mean, we could just go to Vancouver if you like woods like this. Also, I'm not really sure how relying on random select to take you home is really working towards anything.
The newly reopened Thomas Malthus Center.
Who's Thomas Malthus?
So part of the reason this world is the way it is that people took Thomas Malthus's theories on population growth leading to poverty more seriously and to an extreme. They have the population very controlled so that resources are plentiful, which in turn has led to money's weird state of being valued, but also not.
Evidently in this world they took it to heart.
Obviously there's a way they have achieved the low population growth rate they have, but let's not interrogate that at all. As we find out later too, it's not a secret at all, so the Sliders are doing a really good job of sticking their heads in the sand.
Welcome to tonight's drawing, brought to you by the Lottery Commission.
Wish me luck, Henry.
Oh, hungry? Oh, Henry.
Mr. Rosso, what are you doing?
12 lucky entrants will share prize money valued at more than $5 million each and receive unlimited white card privileges, the card that gives you everything.
So, as the one on the team most enamored with this world, naturally Wade is the one who wins the lottery.
I won the lottery!
And of course, as the episode keeps alluding to, the lottery's evil secret is that it's part of the whole extreme population control thing. So, the lottery winners get to live it up for a day before being put to death.
What's the deal with this white card?
You show it to any merchant. He gives you whatever you wish. You cannot be turned down.
Which means that the money one is basically useless to the actual winner, but they apparently get to give that to their next of kin.
I wouldn't let you jeopardize my family's inheritance.
Which would mean large amounts of money are still making it out to the living, and with the rate they get rid of winners to keep the population down, you'd think this would also have to massively upset the inflation rates, but somehow it doesn't? It's really weird the way they kind of play that money doesn't matter in this world, but also yes, it still does. And the team really should have thought for 1 second about the fact that Wade winning money and being given a get everything for free card is slightly redundant.
It's society's way of saying thanks.
Thanks for what?
Thanks for playing the lottery.
There also doesn't seem to be any mandatory enforcement of playing the lottery, so you'd think a fair amount of people would just try to live outside that system. Especially when a lot of things are either free or dirt cheap. Wade gets an info packet, which I have to imagine mentions how this all works, yet somehow everyone keeps missing that twist. I mean, this leaflet even says what to expect on the big day, and it looks to mention a funeral. Her and Quinn are just like, oh, a funeral must be for someone unrelated.
What if I wanted to give my money to the poor?
Unfortunately, the last poor person won the lottery herself about 6 months ago.
The last poor person on Earth. Of course, from Wade's perspective, there's absolutely no downsides to this, so why wouldn't she think that the poor would just go get unlimited funds from the lottery ATMs? Wade is so rich now she can afford cheap-looking jewelry and insert shots of San Francisco. She then gets a rather normal-looking car, which is extra pointless since the city provides free cars.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Wow, way to live it up. Shouldn't someone ask Wade if this is really how she wants to spend her last hours?
I hope you don't mind, but Miss Murphy, one of the other winners, was very excited to hear that you had arranged to show the Paris Fall collection.
She was excited about this? Afterwards, let's go watch paint dry. Anyway, Rembrandt horny. Need girlfriend for this episode again. Quinn is being a bit of a stink about the whole thing, but again, he does raise a good point that there must be some kind of catch because winning a lottery solely due to withdrawing money doesn't really add up.
Where are you going?
I'll see you idiots later.
But of course, Wade is this is utopia! And for the 4th episode in a row, we have someone considering staying behind. And in the Fox order, it's actually 5 times in a row. So yeah, they made it worse, as always.
This is for you, so that we can identify the winners.
Thank you.
For a system that controls the whole world's population, that sure seems kinda cheap.
The men all get boutonnieres.
You could never take those off, unless you do.
I thought you weren't going to make it.
I don't know why she says this because the winner's ball does not seem like it's an optional thing as it's where they round all of them up for some good old-fashioned slaughtering.
Security seems awfully tight for a gala like that.
What Arturo says makes a lot of sense considering the twist, but we don't actually see all that tight of security. In fact, it seems like the winners are given an awful lot of freedom, which I can't imagine would work out very well, so there'd have to be a lot of people who try to escape at this point.
In case the right to life first cause a disturbance.
Right, and there's also the Right to Life group that's against the whole lottery system and again is providing easy to access info about how the whole thing works. So, if Quinn had his doubts, he could have gotten this info much sooner.
Read it. It'll change your life.
Wait a second. If they kill Wade, Wade will be dead!
What is this?
A beneficiary form, next of kin, nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm Ryan. This is for you.
Ryan is another winner, which means he's got a get anything in the world for free card, and the best he could do was a stupid rose?
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers.
Ryan here is played by another X-Files reoccurring actor, Nicholas Lee, who of course played the office prankster Alex Krycek, who liked to do funny things to annoy Skinner, like calling dead to work.
You're Wade Wells, aren't you?
How do you know my name?
You just won the lottery, Wade, which was televised. I imagine some people saw...
You know, if you hurry up and sign that, I can ask you to dance.
Well, who wouldn't sign their life away for a chance to dance with Krycek? Though, you would think Wade would have had to do any paperwork well before being given any of the prizes.
I'm a white card holder. I can have anything I want. And I want you.
Hey, shouldn't we go to your room or something?
The winners have to be here for the midnight toast. We thought you weren't going to make it. The winners have to be here. We thought you weren't going to make it. The winners have to be here.
I'm a hypocrite.
I'm afraid of death.
Well, if I were the mayor, I'd order you to death. Queen's here. I don't care, because I got my Krycek.
I've got to get inside.
Sir.
Pretty tight security indeed.
This lottery, it's population control. Tomorrow morning, they're gonna kill Wade.
Oh, that's what they meant by the live it up until you drop dead slogan.
The lottery has killed 50,000 people.
They don't call it death.
They call it unaliving.
Gotta find a way of getting her out of here.
I'll tell you how we get her out of here. The same way we came in, through the front door.
It's so stupid, it'd have to work.
Every move I make is chaperoned until this party is over.
Except for right now hanging out with you guys, so this would be the time to bolt, but nah.
Could we maybe bring somebody with us?
I'm not saying it's impossible, Rembrandt, but the more people we take in the wormhole, the more energy it drains from the system.
This is a rather confusing bit about how they act like sliding works. That it's still draining the power somehow from the main system back on Earth Prime? So if there was a random blackout back home during slide time, I guess they'd be screwed. Also, if that were the case, you'd think that link would be a thread to help lead back home, but they never explain this very well. You'd also think that the power consumption is based on the opening of the portal rather than the mass which goes through it.
It's barbaric.
Here they kill volunteers, painlessly. But as a man of science, you cannot dismiss the result.
A world where many didn't get to live who would have before. Now, Mr. Mallory, I gotta go run for mayor. Oh, not again, Professor.
I see a future with you.
You mean it? You want to die with me?
I've explained everything to Julianne, and she's cool.
Brad Brown, lottery police. You're under arrest.
Wait, no, she's not cool! Not cool!
Can I trust you?
To my grave.
Which might be fake. You never know with me.
What I'm about to say is gonna sound pretty shocking.
You're adopted and I don't like you.
I'm from a parallel world.
Krycek seems to take this news worse than Julianne initially did, which of course means he'll be the one to actually accept it.
You'll get the process, the penalty for subverting the lottery system. They'll make you pay in pain before they kill you.
But think of the end result! I love this way of life! Or non-life, rather. And again, we have 2 lottery winners seemingly unattended to and allowed to just hang out outside the hotel.
I thought you loved me.
I do. But obviously you were delusional. We're about to be bonded eternally. We'll always be together.
So it's apparently not supposed to be until the next morning that all the winners make way, as they call it, but I guess Julianne's just too excited and wants to die now. Goodbye forever, Rembrandt. That's not cool when it happens to me. So Julianne thinks that making Rembrandt watch her make way will change his mind on everything, apparently. But then, of course, when she's gone, they take Remy away to get the evil, painful process making way.
We need to walk the dog.
We don't need to walk the dog. The dog is perfectly fine.
We need to walk the dog now.
Wow, look at that tight security again.
If we're not back in time, slide without us.
I don't know, Quinn. I'm still thinking about staying on this world.
Perhaps a relative from past years back will appear and guide you into the light.
My dead relatives were a pain in the butt!
Our friend's in there! His only crime is wanting to live!
So all it takes is Quinn getting on the megaphone for a second to whip the right-to-lifers into a frenzy so that they can easily break Rembrandt out. We are seriously supposed to believe this lottery system basically has unlimited funds behind it, are we? This has controlled this planet's entire population for so many years because, I don't know, no one ever tried fighting against it. The team then makes an amazing escape. Well, crashing the escape car doesn't end up mattering in the slightest, so I have to assume they dropped something during a rewrite, cause why did that happen? Back at the hotel, the lottery people are now searching for Wade. The giant system that controls the Earth's population has sent the host guy and one guard. I also don't know why they're even searching for her currently, as she is apparently not scheduled to get out of the way until the morning. Maybe the cut bit with the crash had something to do with Quinn and Arturo being spotted during Rembrandt's escape, and since they were linked to Wade, that's why they're looking for her now?
There she is.
That's the slight curtain move of a lottery hider if I've ever seen one!
Ryan?
I'm a hypocrite.
The Extreme Population Control Group is no match for Ryan with a fire extinguisher. How has anyone ever died to this system if they didn't want to? I mean, really.
You better be telling the truth about parallel worlds.
Looks like Ryan's actually gonna be an ongoing concern, if not for a stinking network. So, yeah, the sliders don't just have one guest for this slide, but two, as Henry the dog amusingly leaps into the portal as well. I love, too, that no one brings or tosses Henry in. No, the dog just jumps in for some reason. Floppy dogs. Severin makes it through the portal, but a security guard fires a shot as Quinn escapes, leading to the season finale cliffhanger.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Okay, I like Sabrina Lloyd and sliders and all, but that was an absolutely abysmal big no. Why did they let her do it like a ghost horse? No! Should we do another take? Nah, Fox says we can't afford it. So we've got a few things here set up to kick off the second season, all of which are going to be quickly discarded again thanks to Fox. They really just could not stop messing with this show. Sliders just wishes it could have found the gateway to the world where it was on a network that wasn't determined to ruin it. The whole utopian world with the dark population control twists makes for an interesting world, but we really need an actual reason why the team didn't immediately find that out. It wasn't a secret, and the lottery system seems to have been massively successful despite itself, as it's quite the shit show. Oh no, we never counted on slight resistance! The biggest slide hole of the episode is Julianne for literally being too stupid to live. Also, she had to know she would have been the only thing keeping Rembrandt from suffering, yet no thoughts at all in her little head about that as she drank her death juice. Next time on Sliders, we're starting Season 2 and Fox makes the show jettison its extra character and story before the intro, so that we can move on to a weird Wizard of Oz-ish mystic world.
Take me, Rembrandt. Right here, right now.